I'm King Ross, you're my loyal subjects, and yes, he finally got us. I was there at Refused to Lose on Thursday, standing on the edge of the balcony, looking down at the ring, looking down at Joe Hendry and Kurt Angle and the masterpiece they just put on, and that big gorilla pussy primate, he sneak attacked me and Simon Miller from behind. I spent Thursday night in hospital, recovered by Friday night, did the convention in Manchester on Saturday, had a lovely time watching True Legacy on Saturday night, and then guess what? He did the same. I've just been discharged from hospital this morning. I'm here. I'm not queer, but I'm here to tell you, if I had eyes in the back of my head, that gorilla pussy would be looking like a bearded Voldemort because I would have bitten his nose off. Oh, that nerd. Yes, I'm King Ross, you're my low subjects. It's time to go through all the WTF moments from WCPW Refused to Lose. And we start with the massive elephant in the room, the stream. The stream on What Culture Extra, which fucked up everybody's lives. Jim Ross and Jim Cornette commentating on a WCPW show. WTF. The toilet sign that was pointed at Alex Shane's lovely shiny head. It's quite fitting though, really, because he does have a potty mouth. That moment where Jim Cornette said these people in Newcastle are insane. They're throwing babies up in the air. WTF, we are not all Gene Snitsky from up here. We do not like abusing innocent babies. We actually quite like them. Is that a saying? What the does that mean? Answer a postcard, please. I need some toot. Bret Hart opening a WCPW event. WTF, there's going to be a lot of these. Just, yeah, we're young. We shouldn't have these big names so soon. It's strange. Yes, look at that there throwing a glow stick at Bret Hart. If you know who that man is, slap him in the face from me. What a prick, trying to ruin the show before it's barely even begun. What a cunt. You, buddy. You. As you know, I have to watch every single bastard minute of WCPW, and during that time, before Refused to Lose, Prospect were not unbanned by Adam Parmesan. They just turned up at Refused to Lose, not in their lost perspective or gimmick. They were there back to normal. There was no explanation what the is going on. Another example to us all that Adam Parmesan is the worst general manager in professional wrestling history. I rest my case. What the And speaking about Prospect, somebody forgot to tell Drake that they were ordering new gear, Archer and Gracie are there in some flowery shit. And then we have Drake, who's there in his bog standard clobber. You know, the gimmick kill shtick. He's there looking like a spare prick at a wedding. What a shame for the lad, eh? What a shame. Yes, I know these WTF moments have got off to a boring start, but I couldn't give a shit. My arm's killing. I've got a splitting headache. I don't want to be here, but I am. So there. Deal with it. Anyway, James R. Kennedy's microphone doesn't work. Bret Hart is forced to give him his microphone in order to be shit on by James R. Kennedy. Surely, in your right mind, you would just say to Kennedy, F off, buddy. Deal with it. I know Kennedy's promo for the show was probably integral, but you know, logic. Logic exists. Not in wrestling, though. WTF. And then we have the moment James Cornette called James R. Kennedy Mr. Kennedy. 2 words for that, motherfuckers. Gimmick. Infringement. Oh. Infringement. And then we have the moment Gabriel Kidd came out to help Johnny Moss and Liam Slater defend the honor of Bret Hart as Prospect were about to attack him. Once again, Gabriel Kidd breaching his contract there with Prince Amin. Adam Parmesan, you sanctioned that fucking loser becomes a servant match. Show some fucking balls and get some order in that fucking place. The inmates are, quite frankly, running the asylum. There's an example to us all once again at Adam Parmesan. is the worst general manager in the history of professional wrestling. It's Alex Shane o'clock, motherfuckers, and we have that moment where Alex Shane said he was looking at the NGW tag team division, even though he's clearly at a WCPW event. Now, I don't want to shit NGW. I know they work with WCPW. But would you be sitting next to Jim Cornette and Jim Ross in the NGW show, Alex? I don't think you would, motherfucker. Therefore, how the f*** did you make a mistake? WTF. NGW. Then we have two marks who are dressed like this sick individual right here. 2 words. Gimmick infringement. Infringement. I'm losing the will to live here. Then we have the moment where my good pal Mr. Jim Ross said, whoever this man is in the mask, referring to El Desperado. El Desperado, of course, is someone the bosses here at What Culture thought was worthy of a £15 meet and greet fee at that convention we had on Saturday. If Jim Ross doesn't know who you are, to be quite frank, you do not deserve a £15 price tag put on your masked head at a convention. This sick guy was free, the queue was out the door, and potentially longer than Cody Rhodes at one stage, I was told. The world is broken, and yet £15 for a man no one's heard of. What the is going on? Parmesan, you up once again, you stupid cunt. That kick from Minoru Suzuki to the chest of Joe Coffey was like a frying pan hitting Yokozuna's bare arse on a lovely crisp winter morning. Imagine that sound in your head. That's what it sounded like when you were there live at the event. Quite frankly, the television cameras, they didn't do it justice. Brutal, my friends. Brutal. Potentially more brutal than what's gone on here between me and Primate, that big gorilla pussy who I will kick the out of if I see him once again. The tosser. Then we have the moment after the Coffey and Suzuki match where Alex Shane asked if the match wasn't contested under Noah rules, whether the result would have been different because Minoru Suzuki's pile driver would have been banned. Of course, we all know the answer to that question is a simple no, because Adam Parmesan is the worst general manager in the history of professional wrestling. Despite banning the pile driver at the start of WCPW's existence, every f***er on the roster's used it since, and nobody's seen any ramifications for it. Parmesan is piss weak. This sick guy is getting a f***ing headache now. This just end. But at least Martin's here, keeping me f***ing company at this desperate time. Parmesan, you tosser.
You announce that any time that match is contested, at any time, or any time that belt is contested, that match will be available for free on the internet.
No, it wasn't for f***ing free, was it? It was behind that What Culture Extra stream. Parmesan, you f***ing tit, you f***ed up once again. This is yet another example to us all, and I'm getting f***ing sick of saying this. That Adam Parmesan is the worst general manager in the history of professional wrestling. Get him out. Him. Slashed with a knife on Saturday, in the ring wrestling on Thursday, Alberto El Patron is hard as f***. We have those moments where good old JR, my best pal in the world, Mr. Jim Ross, repeatedly called Alberto El Patron Alberto Del Rio. Of course, we all know this would be like, say, calling Kevin Owens Kevin Steen live on WWE Raw. Even though they are the same person, they're two different people all the same. JR, even though you did apologise, I still got to bring it up because I'm a sick guy, even if you are literally a goat. Greatest of all time, you know. Alberto El Patron wrestling in a t-shirt. Well, I've never seen it before. Maybe this episode's the drizzling shit, isn't it? Well, f***ing brain primate. My close personal friend, Mr. Kenneth McIntosh, drops an F-bomb on a show that was advertised as being PG. What the f***? Ken said that he would f*** the fans back that were telling him to f*** himself or something. F***. Enjoy f***ing bleeping this, Richard. F***. Who the f*** does Kenny think he is then if he's going to f*** all these people? Prince, I mean, he shagged over 62,000 people. Kenny, according to my sources, has shagged 6. What's the crack, Adam Blumpier? Why the f*** did you not wear a belt? Rampage could literally park his bike in your arse crack. What the hell was it doing now? Why'd you not wear a belt with that cheap ass suit of yours? You silly pillock. It's a moment that Alex Shane called a WTF moment live on air. Thank you for the shout out and keeping me relevant, Alex. The moment where Big Damo returned to WCPW, even though all the smarks who take the Reddit and go, "Ooh, King Ross is shit, I don't like him. Ooh, Big Damo's finished in WCPW because he's going to NXT. Ooh, I'm a virgin. Ooh, I'm spotty. Ooh." Even though all those were saying those things, there was Damo back in the WCPW ring. This is a lesson to us all that smarks are always wrong. Off to your bedrooms and stay there, you silly sad pricks. Who knows though, he might be back once again. He might not have finished. Who knows? Next we have the moment where Sean the referee pulled the table back up for Rampage Brown despite the fact he had fallen. Impartial referee? No. Is he when Rampage tells you to lift a table up for him, you lift a table up from him. It's simple as that. You can't blame Sean, so I'm not going to. I empathise with the guy, but all you tweeted me saying I should be making it one, even though it's clearly not, so off. That moment where Adam Blompier took a bloody power bomb through a table. Once again, we took to Reddit to have a look at all of the smart comments. Oh, they're going to book shenanigans. That means Blompier won't have to do a thing. Yes, they happened. Yes, Blompier got chopped 1,000 times, making his chest bleed. Yes, he popped his lip. Yes, he went through a fucking table. Smarks, stick that up your arsehole. Stop wanking on the internet and go and find a real woman, you bunch of sadaks. F*** off. Ho-ho! Tune in to WCPW. Ho-ho! Yes, we have that moment where Jim Ross said the following sentence just after Adam Blompier had been put through the table by Mr. Rampage. A restaurant quality powerbomb through the chair. Even though I don't have 40 years experience in the business, I can tell that's a table and not a chair. That means I must be on keel with Jim Ross when it comes to commentary then. That's the only thing I can surmise from all this situation. Sick guy. Oh, f*** me up. Adam Blumpier's knickers. Isn't that bastard lucky? His bollocks didn't fall out live on iPay-per-view. Now, he told me that he didn't know his trousers were going to rip, and if he did, he would have worn a more comical pair of underwear. Believe me, Bonnie lad, those tighty whiteys that were leaving absolutely cold to the imagination, they were comical enough. I can't believe you wear those on a day-to-day basis, even if they are Calvin Klein. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Look, it's that guy who Alex Shane claimed worked for the O2 Academy in Newcastle on the last episode of WCPW Loaded when he got powerbombed to by that big old gorilla pussy primate, despite the fact he's clearly a professional wrestler. A professional wrestler who knew to lock his hands like this behind that gorilla pussy's neck when he powerbombed him. That professional wrestler who got the kicked out of him by Rampage in that montage for the Blompier match. And that professional wrestler who got once again by Rampage after he Adam Blompier. There's a lot of going on here. That's dirty. Canadian destroys are hard move to do. I mean, I wouldn't know. I've never stepped foot in a wrestling ring, but people tell me things. But you know, it was the most visually obvious WTF moment of them all, so I've got to include it, even though I've got a ton of respect for the women trying to pull it off. That moment where JR said he's got big teeth this big teeth this big, etc., etc. Kevin Dunn is coming to WCPW. This means one thing, motherfuckers. In fact, it means two things. Me and Kevin Dunn are going to come face to face, and that in turn means you need to grab two of each animal and head for the bastard border because is going to go down. The end is nigh. The end is nigh. F***ing run away. The end is nigh. Of course not. JR was referring to broken Matt Hardy, which in itself is a WTF moment, considering how other houses of the What Culture team all over the final deletion. Myself, Richard behind the camera here are the only two in the office. Oh, Kenny as well, he loves it. That f***ing loved the thing. Final deletion, delete out decay, the Great War, we f***ing loved it all. I can't wait to meet Matt. I'm very excited. Wow, you are. Oh,
now that's too much. No. A rear naked like a choke on a woman.
Men cannot do that to women in 2016. That's f***ing disgrace. I'll be f***ing hell on. Oh dear, but f***ing doing that to a woman in 2016. I can't believe it. That delayed vertical suplex into the eye poke from Kirby lasted for a very long time, didn't it? Like a minute or so. That's a long time to be holding someone in the air. That's a WTF moment. I do apologise, I'm not making you laugh, but that cannot be
Oh no, hey, with the
a double-headed WTF moment here. First of all, everyone that works for What Culture criticises WWE for the heel authority figures taking up too much time. I personally f***ing hate Stephanie McMahon and wish that she would f*** off from all forms of WWE television. So what the f*** are us hypocrites doing? Booking our general manager to be a heel now. Heap hop, a crib. Second of all, Jim Cornette, WTF is my f***ing catchphrase. Get your own shtick. I still can't believe that push actually f***ing happened. The next time I see Parmesan, I will kick the shit out of him, break his glasses in half, shave that stupid moustache off his face, and make him shrink to normal size. I think I might be concussed. That moment where Alex Shane said the Newcastle screw job is born, as my good pal Stone Cold Steve Austin would say. The Newcastle screw job was a phrase I coined back when I was making a mockery of commentary on WCPW Loaded, when Martin Kirby was screwed by El Ligero and that fat El Ligero way back in the day. The Newcastle screw job's been around for ages. Alex Shane did not watch WCPW when this sick guy was on commentary. Who the f*** blame him? I was shit. Where the f*** did he get from that from? Who the f*** do we think we are? We are not ECW, we are WCPW. Like, we're not as hardcore, are we? But there was a fan with a kendo stick, which he pulled out of nowhere. What the f***? Yes, look up there. Kurt Angle got lost on his way to the ring. He had to squeeze himself through the tiniest of little gaps. Some would say he got his angles wrong there. Oh, the medication's wearing off. Fucking hell. I don't know what to say, lads. Joe Hendry kicked out of an angle slam off the top rope. Shane McMahon, he couldn't kick out of that 15 years ago, and Joe Hendry did. Therefore, Joe Hendry is worthy of being in a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania. Technically, that's where my brain works anyway. Anyway, it was a fucking great match. Congrats to Joe Hendry, even though he fucking can't stand me. I wish he would be my friend. Let's flip reverse this son bitch and go all the way back to the start of the show where Bret Hart said 4 men would be battling inside the ring, with 2 of them being crowned the new WCPW Tag Team Champions with those lovely gold and white belts. That didn't happen. Bret Hart lied. Who ran over? That's the question. Who ran over so that tag team match had to get cut? Answer on a postcard, please. I don't know. At this point, with the medication and the pain and the suffering, I don't really care. This has been a very subdued WTF moments with WCPW refused to lose. To be quite frankly though, you f***ing lucky I'm in here. I should be in hospital, having a whale of a time on morphine. Anyway, I'm going to go back to do that. Enjoy yourselves. Have a nice life, because I might not live through the rest of today. F*** off, primate, you